Hey everybody, welcome to the security spot. This is going to be my first real video. If anybody here has any sort of advice for me to make my content better, I'd really appreciate that because I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants. But anyways, enough of that. Just wanted to give a quick tutorial on Wireshark to you all. So right away, this is Wireshark right when we open it, and you can see up here I've got some files, some packet captures they're called, from Wireshark that I've used. Some of these are from school, some of these are from competitions. I'll talk about those in a future video, but for right now I'm just going to show you how to perform a capture. I'm going to do this on the Proton VPN because none of you need to see my Wi-Fi network. I think that's fair. Anyways, oh my God, let's go. All right, so right now it's just capturing a bunch of packets already started, and we'll stop for now. So yeah, here it is, and now I'm gonna go into Chrome, right click, and let's see here. Here I'm going to type in, let's just go to Google. See, there we go, and now let's go to Wireshark and stop it. Alright, so you can see that's an absurd amount of packets. Like, just no human alive has the time to sift through each individual one of these. At least not without going insane. I certainly don't have that kind of mental willpower or fortitude. So, what we can do instead is search by protocol. See this. This is the HTTP protocol. And here we have one packet from it. This is, and you can see from this part, so this shows the protocol. This shows the source IP address, which is the web server, and this is the destination, which is another server. Here there's a get. Sorry, my brain's fumbling right now. Here you can see it's making a request as shown by get. Now if you click here, you can read more about the packet. See? Here we go. This shows the date, and you'll also see the length as well as its number. This is number 2955. Way too many packets. And then you can see the raw packet data, which is all of this hex, which is written in hex format. Here you can see the IPv4 address. This is the source, this is the destination. So what this is useful for is you can see where some web traffic came from and where it's going to. This is often used in the cybersecurity field to get trace where hackers are. So So, like, all of you younger people out there, when people are telling you that you don't have privacy on the internet, they're right. You can be traced. If someone's smart enough, if they care enough, they can trace you. Your internet service provider is keeping records, and while they will typically not hand them over unless the government has a warrant or a subpoena, they will have these records there. So at least somebody is able to see what you're doing. Anyways, this is the TCP protocol, different from the IP protocol. Different from the UDP protocol. Here you can actually see which ports are used, and if you're like me, when you see the word port, you think of like a power outlet or a USB port or an Ethernet port. This is that, but in a virtual sense. It took me a while to grasp this concept. So each port on the internet is sort of like its own little tunnel. If any of you have ever seen Wreck-It Ralph, you saw that extension cable, power surge protector that all the arcade machines had to mingle with each other to make the Grand Central Station area. Sorry, I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph in a while, but this is the first thing I thought of for an example, so bear with me, please. You can see that that each arcade machine plugged in to the surge protector, and they could go between by being sent there properly by that one security guy that's very bigoted towards Ralph. But we're not here to talk about fictional bigotry. We're here to talk about Wireshark and the internet. So, how does this relate to what I was talking about? So, this port 80, is the HTTP port on TCP. What that means is, if we're going with the Wreck-It Ralph example, this would be a specific station, a specific arcade machine that certain characters would go through for whatever reason. Right now, we're going through there because we need to use this protocol to get to Google. And so the way things work when you're going to a website is, it doesn't just go between, well, actually, let me just put this into perspective here. Yeah, so here's all of these packets. Every single one of them. So this is the first one, the GET. The way this works is you type in a web address and then you enter it. So, google.com. Then when you do that, your computer, your internet, it goes from one server to another server, to another server, to another server, all the way until it reaches Google. So what I mean, so basically, you could have just gone around the world virtually in that few seconds it took for you to go from nothing to google.com. It's pretty fascinating when you think about it. But yeah, as you can see, there's our response. And you can see from this section here, look, it's talking about Proton VPN. That's the VPN I'm using to get there. And it's also showing, again, the source and destination. And you can see, hold on, let me just make this easier again. You can see that these two are flipped because now the source is getting a response from the destination previously, so now the destination from here becomes the source here because it's sending out the response. And another thing you'll want to see is there are a bunch of different protocols, ones that you need to check. So before I continue, I want to point out I'm not a Wireshark master. I've used it in school and some sort of hacking challenges, but I am still a novice, so if I don't have the information you're looking for, I'm very, very sorry. Hopefully someday when I'm older and wiser, I will have it. Until then, if you know stuff that I don't know about Wireshark, I would really appreciate your advice. But anyways, here we go. If you go to files, you can see that you can save this packet capture. So like, if you're theoretically out in the field of cybersecurity, you're like sniffing somebody's network because this is a packet sniffer, you're seeing what they're doing, but you don't have time to go through it all. You can do this packet capture, save it, then come back to it. Like basically any other file. And here's an export objects thing. This is really cool. I used this on a hacking challenge once. What I had to do was, I had to find a secret message, right? For anyone curious, it was the National Cyber League games in fall of 2024 from Cyber Skyline. Great company. They really build you up. Hacking challenges are a fantastic learning experience, but more on that later. Anyways, here you have different protocols, and I don't have anything to demonstrate with right now, but what you can do is you click a certain protocol, the one that mostly aligns with what you're searching through, and amazingly, it can actually grab objects that were transferred. So like if somebody's saying this packet capture, it's not actually demonstrated here, but like I download an image, right? I'm some malicious hacker who like download an image I wasn't supposed to download. Could be like something super duper important. You could theoretically find my connect to my network, connect to my VPN even. You could do that, and then you could sniff all the traffic on it, and you could see the download taking place. After that, you could use this export objects feature to download that image for yourself. You could view it yourself. It's really cool. Now, another caveat, my knowledge is pretty rusty because I haven't used Wireshark in like a month. And one cool thing that I really love about Wireshark is if you click on these parts, it'll show you what it translates to in its raw hex format. Like that to me is extremely invaluable because the hex data is the raw data. And you can use that hex data for things that you can't quite use this data for because quantum computing might fix this. I don't really know honestly, but interestingly, computers, they think differently than we humans do, which like obviously, but the point is, if you know how computers think, you can do a whole lot more than if you try to operate computers the way like you would tell a person what to do. That's probably why AI is so big right now, because AI can do so many complex things, and you don't have to like go into a command line or code or whatever. It basically it can translate from human to computer more efficiently than any technology prior. That's how I look at it. But yeah, as you can see, this encompasses basically the entire raw text. And you can go to edit to see this, you can find a specific packet. Let's see. Yeah, display filter. We can make it a string, which is like a string of text, a regular expression, or hex value, which you've seen hex values over here. I'm not going to demonstrate that. Maybe I will sometime in the future when, again, I'm older and wiser. Until then, oh, time shift. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, hang on, let me add this. I'm still new to OBS. I'm really sorry. Just bear with me. Yeah, window capture. Yeah, okay. So, I'll just put it here to make it as realistic as possible with time shift. So, what some cyber criminals might do is on their machines, you can see I have the time here. What some cyber criminals will do is they will actually change the time on their device. So if it's like, yeah, it's 9:52 right now at the time of this recording, what they could do is they could make it say like 1:35 a.m. or p.m., whichever. Either one's a massive time offset. So you could use this to change, to sort of show the difference. If you know the time difference, you could use this to make your life easier. You don't have to like constantly calculate, oh, so this is when he actually got, because this is the timestamp on the computer on these packet captures. You can shift them by a certain amount of time to make up for that difference. View basically showed you, oh, you can change the time display. That's cool. There's name resolution, zoom in and out, there's subtrees, and you can change how the packets are colored. Well, if they're colored or not. Personally, I think them being colored is better. But if you like to live in monochrome, that's cool too. I can definitely get it. Let's see. And oh, I actually haven't used this before. That's cool. Yeah, sorry if I sound weird right now. I'm using my laptop's microphone and my throat is very dry. Yeah, oh, you can also use statistics. Again, I haven't really used that. And here you see they also have different protocols listed, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see. You can even track calls. And this is just for like specifically wireless traffic. You can even track Bluetooth, as you can see. And here's some other stuff, like you can see firewall rules, which I think is pretty invaluable. You could theoretically run this on your own home network just to see what your firewalls actually are doing for you. You could see MAC addresses. I'm not gonna search that because MAC addresses are important to keep secret. I mean, not keep secret, but they're unique to specific devices. Oh, and a keylog. That's cool. Anyways, oh god. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, again. Really editing things. But anyways, that's it for my, well, not really a Wireshark tutorial, more like a Wireshark tour. Someday when I'm older and wiser, when I know a lot more about Wireshark, which hopefully will be soon because I am using this channel to document my learning, but I also sort of want to show you younger people cybersecurity stuff. I'm 24, I'm learning cybersecurity, and I didn't have much, I didn't really know much about cybersecurity. My introduction to cybersecurity was completely random. Like, I just picked it to study in college because I thought it sounded cool and I didn't like learning business. And now I'm here. So I sort of think that younger people, like you folks in high school, if you want to go into tech, if you want some sort of direction, I kind of made this channel just so I could show my learning and I could show some younger people what it is like to learn. And if you're older and you're looking for a change in your life, as far as your career goes, hopefully this will help you see what it's all about too. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked what you saw, um, give me a like, maybe hit subscribe, to watch my channel grow. If not, that's cool too. I would appreciate a comment on what I can do better because I do want to always improve my content, my work, etc. If you're someone who is well experienced in cybersecurity and you have some sort of critiques or advice on what I can do, if you have any sort of, I guess, wisdom you want to share with me or experience, basically tell me what things I glossed over that I should have really gone over, what things I don't know but really need to know. I appreciate your feedback too. Be as brutal as you like. But anyways, thank you. This has been the Security Spot.